Now, we got a guy coming over. His name's Power Saw Rob. We're in a 16-minute video right now. We got a power saw right here we need to fix up. It's a Pioneer. And the thing is Don Walker. Oh, and there he is right there. There's the freaking guy right there. There he is. It's Power Saw Rob from Ladysmith, friends. Okay, so here's the saw. This is what we're doing today. Hey, Rob, are you okay with going on YouTube?
I'm okay with that.
He says he's okay.
I'm okay.
There he is.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Right on. You got your face down a bit.
Yes, I do.
Looks better.
Yeah, I know. I feel a little bit better today.
He got hit by a spider. Whether he was sleeping and something got him, but he got hit by a spider and he had you went to the hospital for that, didn't you?
Yeah, my whole face swelled shut.
Oh yeah, I saw you the other day. You were swollen.
I couldn't see for 2 days almost.
That's amazing. And here he is bringing me a So a couple bolts holding that on. We're just popping this thing off. This thing has to be worked off, friends, because you see it backs off, it hits the nuts, and it won't go anywhere until you start squeezing it back and pulling her off. And there it is. The whole system comes off as one unit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a...
But it is a fight.
Always.
Yeah. And that's just that, all that is, friends, is the fuel line over here holding us. So it's a Pioneer 650. You see what he's got there, right, friends?
Yeah.
He's just...
Yeah, let's see if we can get this
Rob's just
off.
going at it. Now you can't work on a power saw around Rob because you'll be fighting to get at it. He jumps in. There's no point in him even trying. You don't want to be fighting over the nuts and bolts. So I just let Rob go. What's the point, right?
Sure.
Rob's excited to do this. He likes this. He's just cranking it off there, friends. This has never been off, I would reckon.
This is all original.
Yeah, it's all original. And we're just popping the carb off because we need to do a kit. Or just throw this. Now, Rob, that carburetor.
I don't know the history on it. We may just have to put
A kit.
I think we're just gonna work with this one when we got it.
Why don't we see what's up with it? So we're gonna open this carb up, friends. I don't think I have a kit for this, but we could easily get one.
And that's your fuel filter.
Oh yeah, lovely. Look at that,
Just a screen mesh. That's
Yeah.
all they were.
And they just go right down to the tank right there.
Yeah.
Now look at that's actually quite simple.
Very much so.
What about this gasket? Will we?
Yeah, we can reuse that. We'll just clean her up and
This one here.
that one there. Uh-oh. You might have to. Yeah, there's a little bit there.
Oh yeah. May have to make one. Has that got a? Oh, it does have the. Or I might even have one of them.
You probably do.
Yeah.
You've had a few of these kicking around here. Maybe you still got one or two. If your kit, you got the diaphragm.
I'll have
kit?
a look. I'll have a look. So friends, it's funny because through the years you go in your shop and you have the power saw kit here, a carb kit here and there, and you're like, we just ripped this gasket, taking it off. Rob, just flip that over and let's just show them. So we tore the gasket, friends. I mean, it's original. It's never been off. So I figured, well, we'll always make one or whatever. Well, here it is, sitting hanging in the shop on a hook. Don't throw stuff away, friends. Just hang it on a hook. So anyway, I don't like the noise going on in the background with the compressor, but we're just pulling this thing apart. Gonna do the old basics. We're gonna check the diaphragm, which is probably what it is, because it fired on a prime, friends. It fired on a prime. Now I don't know if when I blew air through there and something came out there, if I've blown any gaskets, or would that just go in through?
No, it's blocked down there.
Oh, it is. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. So we're gonna have a peek, friends, and see what's in this, and we'll just share this little thing with you, so you know the diaphragms, friends. What they do is they go hard, friends. Hey, they go hard, and if they're hard, they don't do this with the pulse. They won't pump fuel. So, I mean, I'm knowing a little bit and I'm learning a lot more, and I like it. I'll be porting saws probably in 2 years. I think I'll be porting saws, maybe sooner. No straight goods, friends. I'm learning. Donnie Walker's teaching me stuff. Bear Claw, this character gives me the odd tip. We haven't done any porting together, you and I. So
no.
So here you go, friends. Look at this. I want to show you this every step through the way, so you see what this is. So it's old fuel.
Yeah, it's your filter screen. So whatever comes through, it has filter here too.
Yeah.
And you can see the debris in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just old,
It's rust.
old gas.
Yeah, old gas and little rusty bits here and there.
Yep. And then, so all this will come in the kit. Yeah, you look at that gas, it's just...
Which I don't have, by the way.
You don't have the kit?
No.
Oh, so we're just gonna...
I want to see how the diaphragm is.
Yeah, we'll give her a check. If anything, we'll rape that other one over there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Between the two, Rob, we might get lucky. If not, we'll go down and get one.
Yeah.
I got no problem doing that. It's power saw day. Tailgate power saw day. No
Yeah.
dumpster. No dumpster. We got power saw Rob from Ladysmith today. You need to come in and check out our live edge. You probably saw it on the freaking TV there.
It looks good.
It turned out really
That
good.
guy, he did an awesome
He did
job.
do a good job. I'm going ooga booga right now for a little bit. I just want to interject and go ooga booga for a little bit for you here. If you don't think that, if you ever doubted natural laws, there's one natural law that I believe in strongly, and I've seen it work in others people's lives, and I've seen it work in my life. There's a difference between flapping gums and living it. I fell a tree, I milled it, me and Dumpster and that. Anyways, I don't want to go through the details. What I want to talk about right now is we installed it, and Rob was part of that. Rob helped. He works there. Rob does. Power Saw Rob works at Live Edge, okay? And he came and he picked up the slab and he took it down to work and this and that. Well, friends, we did that little thing for Live Edge down there, right? We went down and kind of spotlighted Live Edge design and John Lohr as a man and his vision and his passion. And friends, listen, that man is the real deal. And if you ever want a piece of one-off, he ships all over the world, John does, John Lohr. Right now, he's sending 100 tables to Hawaii, to a resort in Hawaii, okay? So if we get into a project where I take down a tree or something and we mill it up and we send the wood down there, you guys have access to that through our intelligence in the world, through the internet, through shipping, it's just crazy. It blows my mind that you could take a piece of wood from here, Vancouver Island, make a product, have a story, and ship it to wherever. Blows my mind. Listen, I got to get to the point. This is too long already. Friends, if you doubt natural laws like, say, karma or anything like that, let me just tell you something. So we get our Live Edge installed, and I send John a video of it being in and how it worked perfectly and all the little intricacies about this piece of wood going in here. And I already explained all that to you. I don't need to re-go through it. I said, I could you send me some paperwork, John, please? We need to pay for it, and I'd like to do that. And how would you like us to do that? Well, a few days went by. I'm like, I guess I find out that he texted right back right away, but he didn't hit send. Friends, John didn't charge us. He didn't charge us. He says what he wants to do. Because remember we talked about me going and seeing other artists and going to find these really cool people on Vancouver Island that are hidden gems, and they're artists and stuff like that, and we go visit these people, and I talked to you guys about that, and I got some good feedback on that. If that's something you guys want to see, John's already got a couple guys that we could go see, and friends, you'd be amazed at the people they're everywhere in the world, but I have access to some pretty cool things here on Vancouver Island. Artistry. So John said, I want to do this complimentary, no paperwork, but he wants to support the artist program that I talked about going and seeing these people and maybe going back down to Live Edge and doing something with them again on a project. He says he wants to support that. He really likes that idea. He's very passionate about people and their craft with wood. You guys heard about the One Tree Project, right? Amazing. It's amazing. So, friends, I want to somehow thank John Lohr. And John, if you're watching this, my heart is full and just of gratitude for you and your crew down there at Live Edge. Friends, they didn't charge us for that. Friends, that is crazy work. That is specialty work. That machine is a $100,000 machine, that video. So if you're new here, welcome. Maybe I'll link that video to here, but friends, we're going back down to see John Lohr, and he's got a few names for me to go seek out. If you guys think that that's a good idea and you want to go meet some really interesting people in their art and their craft on Vancouver Island, let me know if that's a good idea that you'd like to do, because I want to do it and bring it to you. Okay? Now, I want to thank John Lohr, friends, somehow. I'm going to put his website up. Friends, if you find it in your heart to send John a thank you or just something on the video here maybe, or let's really thank John Lohr and his crew down there at Live Edge Design. That's massive. I couldn't even imagine. I was prepared to pay whatever because they are craftsmen. Thank you all down at Live Edge. If you ever watch this, thank you all so much. My wife's she's so ecstatic.
Did a wicked job.
Oh, look at
yeah, it's hard as a rock, dude.
Oh, it's solid. So there you go, friends. Listen.
So that's your pump.
Yep. So I reckon that's the problem, because the rest of it was not that dirty, Rob, to be honest.
Yeah, this thing is crusty.
Yeah, she's crusty.
So bad gas and just
Time. So I'll have a look and see what we got, but if we get lucky there, Rob.
Yeah, that one looks pretty fresh.
Look at this beautiful muffler on this saw. It's a Pioneer 650. I gave these saws away. Rob, as a matter of fact, I think I gave you one.
You gave me a Super 620.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Pioneer, but I like the P series. I'll be honest, I like the P series. These cut, that's 103 cc's, but they're just not a real zinger. So friends, we bonused out. I did find a couple of parts. I didn't find a diaphragm, but Rob had one in that carb that he brought over. We got a diaphragm. That's usually the main component, wouldn't you say, Rob?
Yeah,
I mean, it just is. I've done so many of these little jobs, and you get lucky, you scarf an old diaphragm out of a power saw, and you get the one you need running. So that's kind of the gig. But as we got this off, all these little parts. I mean, look at this. Actually, Rob, we're getting lucky. I mean, look at that.
Usually those are cracked to hell.
Yeah,
and super hard, or they're just non-existent.
Oh, that's usable.
Yeah,
I'll give it a clean up.
Yeah, we'll just
look at this, friends.
Just use it.
Now, neat stuff, friends. Look at that. The old Pioneer just drops down, and so we'll clean all this up. There's a gasket. Actually, there's two gaskets. There's one here and one there. We need a fuel line.
Yeah,
which is simple.
Yeah, we'll just get a big fuel line and then.
So look at this, friends. It's done. It's completely done. We thought we were getting lucky, but we're just gonna get a fuel line, drop it on the bottom of that, and hit. And I've got line because of Mr. Bellhopper.
A fuel line and a filter.
That makes sense. Yeah. So there we go, friends. So I've got a line. I'll go get a fuel line, and we'll get this thing happening again. There's that little inline filter.
You might want to show them this trick too. Is when you've
Rob's got something for you.
That this will go for your small body Tiltsons.
Yep.
And for your Max or your Pioneers or whatever.
Yep.
You always put the gasket.
The big gasket down first.
Yeah. And then your there we go.
Then the filter or the pump.
This piece here always goes to the smooth side.
Okay. That's good to know.
Of the carburetor. So if you're working on a small Tiltson like the HL or I guess it would be the HL series.
Yep.
You always put this down on the body of the carburetor first, and
the gasket.
Then the gasket.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because this here what controls.
Yeah, this is the meters in that, isn't it?
Yeah, you got
Okay, so you say the soft part, which is basically the bottom of the carburetor. on this one. It's the bottom.
Yeah, this is the bottom. So
Yeah.
on the other carbs, it would be right onto the carburetor itself.
And then the filter.
And
or
then the gasket. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Good to know, friends. Good to know.
Get
'cause-
them backwards, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, and I ask that question sometimes. I'll be putting a carb together, and it's a silly little thing. It's like, what goes first? Bellhopper, you know I've asked you. I've asked Iron Horse a couple times. It's not something I retain. So that's good stuff, Rob. Yeah, good point. I'll continue on with my little task. I just think this is the coolest situation with this here. Little glass bowl goes on there. What you, hey, everybody. So we need to find, I think what I got is that yellow stuff that Bellhopper sent me. Bellhopper, you were a saving grace on that time. Not a chance. Now this is a little bigger, but still, no, that's not going on. Okay, we got to find some fuel line. Back in a flash. All right, friends, so he's getting all crazy excited here. He's putting, they're trinkety, you see? So there it is, it's back together. This part, the carburetor, we got a new line and filter on there. And
you just got to clean this off a little tiny bit here, and we'll put that other gasket on there.
Yeah.
And then we'll bolt it back up, and
is it firing?
And then we'll see if it goes.
Yeah, because we got that other gasket somewhere.
Yeah.
Wherever it went to. Rob, how are you feeling about this?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Me too, actually. So here's the deal, friends.
Positive energy.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta think positive.
You got to give it the positive vibe, friends. So here's the deal, friends. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I've had a lot of these saws. People give these away because what happens? The new saws come in, lighter saws. People buy their new saws. They put these in the barn or the shop under the bench, and they rot out. It's actually clean.
Nice.
Nah, it's fine. Pour a little on the power saw.
Yeah, clean her up.
Let it know who's boss. It's definitely getting oil. So I'm just gonna get fuel right here. I'm just gonna give it a squirt.
Yep, get your little primer can and
Give this a squirt, would you? Would you mind filling that up for us, Rob, with that?
yep, for sure.
Just give us a squirt there. Beautiful. That's plenty good. Because this will just save a bunch of craziness, friends. Pulling your arm out of the socket. Just give it a squeak. There, it's done. Tip it up so it goes down in there. I bet you it's gonna go first pull. Oh, you think so?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Ooh.
No, not when you go straight fuel. That is your choke, I think.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give her another priming.
Yep.
And give her a shot.
It don't take much to prime a saw. Let's do this. See, it's probably flooded.
Diaphragm maybe.
It's coming.
were pretty notorious.
Were they?
Yeah, because it was just a 3-shoe clutch.
Like it wanted a little more fuel, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Give her a shot, Rob. Here. Did you see that, friends? Wide open. Having a hard time pulling fuel, I think. Go ahead. Sounds like the low jet's not bad. It sits there idling now by itself. It sounds fat a little bit. See what happens when you just turn that low jet out a little, see if it gets fat, like not much. Just a little. Okay, in a bit, yeah. Oh, see that?
That's a sweet spot.
Very interesting.
Wow.
See that, friends?
That is love and life.
Chugging along nicely. That sounds a little better, Rob, right there. See that clutch work itself out?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. I didn't think it had that many hours on it. Look at that, friends. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Little fat on the idle down, not bad. Pretty slick, friends. Let's see if I can hand it here.
Got yourself a saw, buddy.
That saw's running good.
That does.
So that, I knew it would come around this thing. It had that type of, yeah, you see there's our fuel. So it's, yeah, get a cooler thing.
Yeah.
A glass bowl on a power saw. I've always thought that is the coolest thing in the world. I had to have one. Now I've got about 8. No, I'm just kidding. So that is fun.
Yeah, we can put all this back together.
Yeah, we can
and,
throw that back and put some files, put a file on that chain
Throw it into that chunk of Arbutus
and
over
dig it
there.
into the Arbutus, see what it's got for pull.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Back in a flash, friends.
And it just idles, yeah. I'm shutting her.
Okay, friends, how we doing? We're back on the vise here because the chain's been, it's not good, friends. And you know, here's the thing I talk about, friends. Here's the exact same thing that I talk about in filing a power saw. This is an old saw. The last time it probably saw a file was probably quite some time ago. It's a little snug, but I want it snug for filing. Yeah. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. Oh, look at the bar.
Pretty worn.
Look at this,
Or
friends.
that chain is the wrong
Gauge.
gauge.
Yeah.
Like either the bar is really splayed open.
Yeah.
Or that chain is wrong.
Which actually does look a little of both, maybe. Either way, it's gonna cut. But my point being, friends, is the hook has disappeared, friends. Look what's happening, right? I talk about this stuff all the time. There is no hook. There is a little one. I shouldn't say no hook because there's a little one there, but it's disappearing fast. I'm not even touching the top plate. I'm nowhere near under the, look at this. Yeah. There's no hook in this thing. It's leaving right off the chain. So I go in here right now and I get quite violent with it, really. I got to get under that top plate. I know it looks haywire and sounds crazy, but you got to get it. Now it'll smooth out. There we go. See what I'm saying, friends? Look, we're in there. Look I can actually lift up on the chain now. You can't do that with these. Do you see what I'm saying, friends? So you got to get a hook in there so it gets in there and grabs some wood, down and out goes the chip, instead of just it flying off the top. Make sense? Okay, I'm going to clean this chain up. We're going to go out and we're going to flash in a piece of solid, dry, dead arbutus. See you in a minute. Friends, I want to iterate something. I'm not saying you have to do what Buck and Billy Ray does to get the gullet out. That's not what I'm saying. It's just what I do because I want to stay off. I want to stay off my top plate as long as I can because there's not much chain left. So if I start right now just going straight across, I'm still not touching the plate, friends. I'm not under the plate. You don't have to do what I do like this down angle. You can literally just go like this, like normal. But what happens is once you get down far enough, you're eating up your chain now. You're now eating up your chain where you don't really have to do that. You can just grab your gullet, just wipe it out, 3 or 4 strokes, grab the gullet. Now, lighten up on your stroke. Don't press as hard. Just let the file roll through and clean up that plate. Clean up that top plate. Just like this. I know it's a little difficult to see me, but this way, you're not wasting all that chain that you don't really need to. I thought you'd understand that. Over and out. The chain's so in such bad shape that I gotta dig out a gullet. I gotta get it. So yes, I can just lay my file on there like normal, straight, and I can just start going like this. I can do that. But I prefer to lay down the boat on it for the gullet. Because guess what? I just got the gullet in 4 strokes. It's gone. There it is. And I'll show you what I mean by that, because I'm going to show it right to you right now. There's the tooth I just did, right there. See it? I pulled it right out of there. There's the gullet, gone. And that was by doing what I just done. Right, friends? By going this, the boat action. And then I lighten up on my stroke. I honestly, like I just lighten up. I'm not hitting it so hard. Now because I'm underneath the top plate, I just find my groove now. And I let the file do the work. And I just go like this. That's why people say, well, you just stroked that thing 25 times. And I say, indeed I did. So, there we go. Because the idea is to get the teeth sharp, friends. Not half sharp. So, that's just what I do. Here I go again. See this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's there. Now we'll show you what a tooth looks like after. It's not drastic, but remember how intense the gullet looked before? Like this is what we're starting with this. See? With that, which is awful. It's terrible, friends. And then after we're done, we get this. Okay? So I know the focus is hard. I'm in the GoPro, so. Okay? Talk to you in a bit. Just done. Okay. Okay, Rob's on the camera, friends. Check this out. Like, let's just get this one out of the way. There's our softwood setting. Check this out now, Rob. Bring that camera in there. Look at that. Look. Jesus. You know. So now we give it one of these. And all these end up the same size because of that gauge. So there you go. So now we're going to cut.
There.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Just hit that top button again. see, it didn't need a choke. Nice ball. We're back on it. We've been on this all day. Hey, Rob?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, all day.
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And I mean, we've done some crazy stuff to it. We now have 4 inches more of bar. Sprocket nose bar, which, you know what I'm talking about. The other, I don't like them.
Solid nose.
I don't like solid nose. They slow you down. I just don't like them. You know, so we got sprocket nose tip, 404. We actually got a ground chain, which will be interesting. Yeah. But friends, this is not a hot rod saw. Okay, we're gonna cut in that log again. We're gonna see how it goes. We got gas, oil. We're ready to rock. Let's do it.
Bingo bango.
Yeah, let's see here. It sure starts up nice, friends. There it comes. Check the plug. That's how we check the plug. Wide open, friends, in the wood, shut it down. Now that plug is going to show us where that high jet's at right now. This will say a lot, friends. This will say a lot because we shut that down right in cut. It should be, oh, look at this.
Wow.
Dude, what are you talking about?
That's beautiful.
That is right on the money.
No, I burnt my fingers.
Friends, you see what I'm saying? So because this high jet, I'm not joking you, it's well, Rob, just check it. Let's see, let's remember what we're doing here.
Okay.
So half,
quarter,
not even.
That's a quarter turn.
A freaking quarter turn. So these, it's not like, unless it's grabbing a whole pile of fuel from the low jet, which is possible, and these carburetors do work different, because did you see it fatten up? Like as soon as I hit about a half, 3/4 turn, it was, I did it in the wood.
Yeah.
You felt it, eh, Rob?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's at it was at a 1/4 turn.
1/4 turn.
And it wasn't barking out.
Nope.
It wasn't caffing, it wasn't losing fuel, and their spark plug is your tow-tell tape right there.
Yep,
that is
nice
a
and brown.
beautiful brown color. And we were in the wood, full squirt, and I shut it down. So that is the tell right there. That's it. So that's good. So we'll get back on you in a second here. We got a little surprise for you. Just the kind of folks we are. You know what I'm saying, friends? Just the kind of folks we are. Right hand start, Super 44. Squirt. Good.
Oh, it came loose a little bit there.
That saw's nuts. So we got it here. That was fun, but we got to do that again. Pretty cool, eh, friends?
I think we